How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Hold on, let me turn my TV down so I can hear you. Okay.
That would be wise.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got for me?
So, now that you're talking about competence, I feel like I've brought some value to relationships. I just feel like the value that I bring is not necessarily reciprocated in a way.
Okay.
You're speaking earlier about what you have to offer. I feel like, yeah, I can cook. I don't have a cookbook, but I got some good recipes under my belt, and I got a pretty good head on my shoulders. I think it's just the choices that I've been making when it comes to men, and that's no fault of my own. I can't blame men for the choices that I've made. So just to kind of, that's where I'm at right now. I'm single.
How old are you? How old are you?
I'm 36.
Okay. Do you have any children?
I have one son. I have a 10-year-old.
All right. What do you want?
I want stability. I want a solid, pretty
Do you
much.
want to be married? Do you want to be married?
I do. I was married before. To have another union would be good.
Were you married to your son's father?
Yes.
How long were you guys married?
We were married for almost 5 years.
And why did you guys split?
We split because the relationship was unhealthy. We just weren't getting along.
Okay.
I felt like he wanted to be married. I felt like it was the right thing to do because I think we were kind of pressured by both sides of the family.
Were you pregnant?
I was pregnant, yes. So
did you guys get any? How long were you together before you got pregnant?
About almost a year. It wasn't that long.
Did you guys get any kind of counseling while you were married?
We did. We got counseling, but I feel like the counseling sessions were biased because a lot of the things I was bringing up to the attention of the therapist, it was almost like sides were being taken. So I just felt like he was coming.
And it was obviously biased against you.
Right. He was biased against me.
You know that's not accurate.
Yeah.
Therapists key in on the most problematic of the two and go there first. But if I had $1 for every time a woman tells me that they went into therapy and felt like the therapist was biased, I'd have a whole lot of dollars.
Right.
What would the therapist have to gain from being biased?
He has really nothing to gain. He's getting paid either way. So
right.
He's getting paid.
But that's what you said. You feel like the therapy was biased, so there was a justification to end therapy sooner or not listen.
That's what I was feeling at the time, but now that I've matured and then I look at the perspective of it, like you're saying, it doesn't necessarily...
One thing I wanted to ask you, I don't know if you realize how many times you said, I feel. I'm going to say something that's going to be tough. You need to prepare for it. You're a middle-aged woman. I'm tired of hearing middle-aged women talk about how you feel all the time. You need to grow up and think. And the world has allowed women to be in their emotions, which are mutable and always changing.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to therapist. I feel like he was being biased. But what do you think? Do you think he was just keying in on the most problematic area and doing triage? Saying as though he had no money to gain, no dog in the fight. What do you think?
I think he was taking the facts at hand and he was basing his assessments and the therapy that he was offering on what was on the table, not on the emotional aspect, but the facts.
So, if you'd have thought that way then, what would have likely happened?
I think I would have processed the therapy a little bit differently. Maybe use those tools to repair the marriage. I feel like there's things that I could have done more to process that information, to apply it to our marriage. But it was like after therapy was over and we kind of stopped going to the sessions, it was like the marriage just continued to tank.
Who stopped going to the sessions?
We both, I mean, we're having like verbal spats in therapy.
Right. Okay, but
it's working, so we just stopped.
But there's usually a precipitation. So my point is this: had you thought instead of felt, and had you valued your marriage and your relationship and wanted to save it versus divorce, we've made it very easy for people to leave now. Okay, fine. But now you're a mother of one divorced out here. And if you want to have a relationship with a man, again, you're going to have the same messy, chaotic pieces. People are imperfect.
Right.
This is why I'm a fan of actually working through what you have with somebody you make a baby with, because the reality is, man, most men do not want to take on another man's child. Did you know that?
I'm starting to get that a lot more. I'm starting to really understand that. You know, the last relationship I was in, he kind of made that very apparent, very clear, you know.
So where's your child's father?
In my head.
Where's your child's father?
Pardon me?
Where's your child's father? Ex-husband.
Oh, he's very active in my child's life. He lives 10 minutes from me. And I see him
every
single
remarried?
day. Pardon me?
Is he remarried?
No.
When are you going to go apologize to him? I don't know. I got a wild idea. This is going to be kind of crazy. You know the man you decided to lay down and create a life with, that you see every day? Why don't you go back and live with him and work it out? Instead of trying to do this shit over and over again with new guys who ain't going to marry you. And they got nothing invested in your son. How about that?
He lives with his parents, so I don't want to move to his parents' house, but...
Okay. Well, ma'am, you picked it.
I did. I'm not bashing
so
or anything.
Instead of he moved to his parents, there's no due respect. Were you guys living in a house together when you were married?
We were, yes.
All right. Is he having any kind of mental problems or anything like that right now?
No. Mm-mm.
Then he could move into your house with your son and put his family back together. I know it's crazy to think that the person you made a baby with would have more of an interest in making sure that your son and his son had the best outcome versus random guys coming through the house just to have interactions with you, knowing they don't want to stay for a long time. Just a thought. Just a thought. Especially since you can honestly say today, you didn't really give therapy an open shot. Mm-hmm. But it sounds to me that he's still reasonable enough with you to where he's co-parenting effectively.
He is.
Well, then what do you want? Do you want love, romance? Do you want a soulmate? Is that what you want?
I do.
Then go watch a goddamn Disney movie. You're a mother. You get duty. That's what you get. You get duty. Duty to your son, duty to your husband, duty to your family. The women who came before you guys understood that they needed to have a duty to everyone else, not just their fifis.
Right.
So thank you for at least being honest. But man, Western romance and ideas like that are notions for girls, not women. Because you're still young enough to where, and fortunate enough to where, regardless, he's not gone anywhere, you haven't gone anywhere. I'm always a big proponent of going back, especially with what we're about to start seeing now. I don't know what state do you live in?
I'm in California. I'm in Los Angeles.
So you got to be in California. You got to be in California. And what we're about to start seeing, anyway, just think about it. Think about it, because your son is how old? 6?
He's 10.
10. So So he'll be out of the house in 8 years and you'll be 44. Okay? 1 in 4 black women will marry. You've had yours already.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't remarry, what does the rest of life look like?
A lot of traveling.
A lot of traveling. What do you do for a living?
I'm an accountant at a law firm.
Okay, so you make good money, decent money.
Mm-hmm.
How much are you going to need to retire on?
To withhold my expenses, probably at least $6,000 a month, you know, to stay afloat, at least.
So that's 72 a year.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 72 a year at 15 years, you're talking about a 1.5, 1.6.
Yeah.
Are you on track to make that? To stack that liquid? 1.6 liquid?
I got a ways to go. I've got a ways to go.
Are you on track?
I was.
No.
No.
You can't be. No. You're not on track to stack 1.6 liquid. No.
No.
See, at some point it does become a math equation.
Mm-hmm.
So either you decrease your standard of living and live the rest of your life and die alone, or you choose to work with the man you chose to reproduce with, and you guys build some semblance of a life together, partner practically like every other human being did in recorded time. I mean, there's love stories of when we're in an agrarian economy, people weren't in love. They had responsibilities. Why did they have so many kids? Because they had to have people working.
Right.
These are first world issues, man. And my thing is, a lot of women are told, if you're not happy, you better be by yourself. I'm against that. I don't care about your happiness. I care about duty and respect.
Mm-hmm.
Did he at least respect you?
There was parts where he did not, but for the most part, yes, he respected me. Yes.
Oh, man, he married you after he found out you guys were pregnant?
3 months after my son got here, we decided to get married. Yes.
Right. So he married you. Okay. Well, I think duty and respect matter more than love. Love comes later. Unfortunately, he's still open and available to talk to you. I mean, I think you may look at this really differently if a year from now you looked up and he actually has a new wife.
I think so.
Well, then call him, apologize, and say, we need to talk. Novel concept. Hey, big head, we need to talk. You know that therapy stuff that we had when we was married? I kind of wasn't in the right headspace, and I look back and I probably could have done some things better. I could have did this, I could have did that. You might just be amazed that he may say, you know what, I could have did some things better too. You know, I've been thinking, maybe we should try this again. I think your son would like it. You ain't doing nothing else. Let's be real, you ain't doing nothing else.
No, I'm not.
Ain't nothing else coming. And so people can get mad at me all day long, say I'm not romantic, but anyway, just think about it. Think about it. Have a glass of wine. You're an accountant. Get your abacus out and start calculating. You know how this works, Chica. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
All right.
I'm addicted